away. And it feels, yeah, it feels like heaven so far away. And it stings, yeah, it stings now. The world is so cold now that you've gone away. Gone away, gone away, yeah, yeah, and it feels like the world is so cold now that you've gone away. Driving through town, just my boy and me, with a Happy Meal in his booster seat, knowing that he couldn't have the toy till his nuggets were gone. A green traffic light turned straight to red. I hit my brakes and mumbled under my breath. His fries went a-flying and his orange drink covered his lap. Well, in my 4-year-old said a 4-letter word. It started with S, and I was concerned. So I said, son, now where'd you learn to talk?
You guys family? Yeah, how about you guys sit on the couch? Is that okay? That's the only seats left. You sure? All right, we're going to begin right now. Okay, I'll go get her. Okay. Yeah, she's right here. Okay, well, there we go. All right, we're going to begin now, okay?
No, that's fine. I was just
Yeah, you know.
we all gotta get seated. Well, Larry's coming out too. Oh, is he? How's that
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hello, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all for coming today. Can everyone hear me okay? You can, good. All right, well, welcome. Thank you again, everyone, for coming today. My name's Lindsay-Jonkhoff Rogers. I'm one of the funeral directors here at Reynolds-Jonkhoff, and on behalf of Doris and Dort and Pat and LJ and Sarah and John's family, thank you for being here to help celebrate his life and honor the life of John Patrick Nelligan. Or as many of you knew him, I think Michigan Man. I think everyone got the memo for the Michigan attire, so good job. Also, I want to share that this service will be special and unique. Yes, we are sad, but we are also joyful because we knew John. So I know you all got seated, but I want everyone to stand up, give each other a hug or a fist bump, and say, "Go Blue."
Go Blue! Go Blue!
All right, be seated. Thank you. If anyone has a cell phone, if you could silence it at this time, please. Thank you. If anyone has a cell phone, please silence it. Thank you. And we are going to start today's service with a beautiful song sung by a family friend, Teresa Cott. So join me all. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you.
I've known John since he was about this tall. Lots of memories of him. He was awesome. We're all going to miss him. Can you hear it? On this road of life, there's a struggle. There's a battle and a victory to be won. There are two mighty armies and two captains with a plan and some orders to be done and some words to hear. Well done, my faithful servant. I'm pleased with the race you've run. Well done, my faithful servant. You've laid down your life for my son. You finished your race, well done. And when you've trusted Christ, you've joined his army. And the devil will try to take you by surprise. He'll try to make you think you're just a loser. And then with doubt and fear, he'll try to blind your eyes. Don't surrender, but hear, well done, my faithful servant. I'm pleased with the race you've run. Well done, my faithful servant. You've laid down your life for my son. You finished your race, well done. The Lord, he trains you and teaches you behind the shield of faith and prayer. You can hide. We've got a mighty weapon called the Word of God, and in its power and righteousness you'll abide till one day you hear, well done, my faithful servant. I'm pleased with the race you you've run. You finished your race. Well done. You finished your race. Well done. Well done.
I think I speak for everyone when I say wow. Thank you. That was amazing. At this time, I'd like to welcome Joel to the front. He's going to share some words from his heart. Thanks for coming, Joel.
Thanks everyone for coming. Mom, Dad, Dort, Sarah, the whole family. This is a hard time for everybody. John was an amazing man, an amazing dad, son, brother, uncle, friend to us all. He's going to be severely missed. This world seems a little bit grayer without Michigan Man. The first time I met him, I was in straight green and white. I was in green and white, and I walked into his house, and he said, "Get out of here." And I looked at him, and I didn't know at first because I didn't really know him. And I said, "What?" He said, "Get out wearing those colors. This is a Michigan house." But just like everything, two sides can see each other. They can coexist. And he's going to be missed. We all love him dearly. And I hope he'll be missed forever. At this time, if anybody wants to say anything, or is there anything else going on?
Yeah, I got
Good.
Good job, Joel. Thank you. Well, in that respect, I think you all saw as you came in today a bunch of Michigan shirts and Michigan hats. Doris washed all the hats and the shirts last night, so please feel free to take one. I think the family would love it if they didn't have. They need to take home with them today, so because they got a lot. So, so please take one as you go today. Make sure to take a hat, and then there's candy lying around too. I don't know if you saw that. The Reese's were John's favorite candy, so please feel free to help yourself. And Snickers. Thank you. Thank you. Well, on Tuesday, Doris, Pat, and Dort came to me and shared another beautiful song, and we're going to listen to it now. And I just want to share one little fact about it. It was released into the world just 5 days after John passed away. So something about that just says it was kind of meant to be. So I invite you to close your eyes and listen, or even watch on the screens. It's with sign language, a song called Dancing in the Sky, An Angel's Perspective. Thank you.
It starts out like that, and then it will sing.
Okay. It's coming.
Here I am, looking down on you from heaven. It's so peaceful, it's so free, like you pray. It is warm, it's so bright and so beautiful. All my fears and my pain have gone away. 'Cause here in heaven, oh, I miss you so. But I know we'll meet someday. But now please go and spread your wings
write a song. Music has a way of speaking to us that regular words just can't do. And now I'd like to invite Doris to come up and share, and then she's going to be followed by Dort. And then we are going to open it up to anyone else who would like to share. So if you have a memory or something. Yeah.
And Sarah after Dora.
Yeah. Oh, well, she says no, but okay. All right, come on up, my dear.
I know people know me, I always think I got my mouth open, but. I had to write it down because I knew I'd forget otherwise, everything I wanted to say. John Nelligan. We are celebrating John's life, not his death. He was born May 4th, 1978, died July 5th, 2021. We had 43 wonderful years with our son. He had many friends, so many we couldn't count them all. He would do anything for them when asked. He worked hard. He was a good father, brother, and son. He was like all of us. We'd fight, but he still would be right there if you called him. He raised his 14-year-old son, Jonathan, LJ. That's for short. LJ for short is the. I love this. Many of my eyes are watering. And as a single dad, he loved his son as deeply as anyone could. He loved Michigan football games every weekend. They played with friends and family around. He has a best friend, Josh Kuhn. They are brothers from different mothers, but they were friends since childhood, always helping each other, even working together. Bless you, Josh. His sister and him were always there for each other, always looking out for each other. They might fight like cats and dogs, but then you turn around and they were friends again. He also loved football, basketball, baseball, kayaking, canoeing, down the Platte with his friends, snowmobiling and camping. He loved his fiancée. They were to wed in September. I feel so sad for her because she finally found the man of her dreams and who would always be there for her, and her son Dylan. And now he's gone, but she will always be family and always be loved. We love you, Sarah and Dylan. Just remember, we're always here for you. You are still part of our family forever. John's dad and I were to remarry next year for our 45th, but we lost our best man. But he's still here in spirit. Oh, he was so wonderful. He never left our home without a kiss, goodbye, a hug, and I love you, Mom. He taught his nephews, the grandkids, and his son also to respect me and Grandpa. Always. I miss him every day. He loved to build. He would show us pictures of his work and he was proud of. We are very proud of him. He loved his father deeply and would be greatly missed. A great human being to know and love. We could never have asked for a better son or a friend. Thank you for always in our hearts, John. We love you. Thank you for attending John's celebration of his life. We also want to thank everyone, Caroline, for the GoFundMe and so also for the benefit. All proceeds are going for the funeral, medical, and Jonathan's trust fund. We want to thank everyone of you and go with love. I have a PS now. I want my brother Alan to come up here to the front. John gave me this morning to add to my little thing. A year ago I bought this for my brother. He fought in the service in Vietnam. My son, and I didn't know it, every time he met a man with a hat on his head or a shirt on him, and he knew they were a serviceman, he would go up and he would thank them for their service. And I bought you this, and I know you probably were watching the man because I told you I was sending it to you, and we are procrastinators, so. I want to thank you for all you did, and a thank you from John, because I never knew he did that, but about a year ago, he was with us, and he got out of the truck, and he went over to this guy, and he shook his hand, and I said, you know him? And he said, no, he was a vet, and I'm thinking, I mean, I do that all the time, and I didn't know he did that, and I asked people, and they said, yes, he did. So, Peter Allen. And so I brought this hat that I was supposed to mail you, and I never did, and give you a thank you from John, too. Okay? Thank you for your service. And I want all you people to take this with you. Whenever you see a man that's been in the service and he's, you know, go up to him and just thank him for his service.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you all for coming. We love you all. And just take love in your hearts and just love everybody. Try not to fight. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just winging it. I hate to speak in front of people, but yeah. Well, it's kind of hard because me and John would always see who could scream the loudest, talk the loudest. So, but everybody keeps asking me how I'm doing, and I guess my answer to everybody is I lost my brother. I lost my best friend. Most people don't know he was my go-to person. When shit was hitting the fan, it was midnight, 1 o'clock, I would go to his door, walk right in, and be like, what the hell is going on? What do I do? And I can remember one night, I was going through some things with my kids, and he made me realize that it doesn't matter what other people say or what other people think. As long as your true friends and your family know the truth, that's all that matters. And they're there for you in the end, and in his words, fuck everybody else. So if you ask me how I'm doing and you just get a whatever, I guess I ask you, how am I supposed to be doing? I just lost my brother, my best friend, and we fought like cats and dogs, and there's one person, I don't know if she's here, my nephew's baby mom. She couldn't believe that one night we got in a down-out, drag-out fight. Within an hour later, we were sitting there smoking, and you would never know we just had a down-out, drag-out fight. And she's like, I'm so confused. And I said, that's me and my brother. We go through it, and 10 minutes later, we're good. It never happened. That was just us. But yeah, so he's missed and will always be missed and always remembered. And anybody that ever wants to come to his Michigan house, there's still going to be Michigan stuff there. That is not going nowhere. If I did, he would probably shoot me from heaven. So it's not going nowhere. So I guess that's it. I don't know.
Never get another chance.
I'll stand up.
No, you can't.
They don't teach you that at school anymore.
We'll stand up real quick.
You can do it.
I did it, you can do
No,
it.
you can, somebody else read it. All right, I can't do it.
I met John in 2010 out at Lake
Camp
Camp
Omelet.
Omelet. You read it because you can read the writing better.
I didn't realize a few months after that my life was going to change. I had met the love of my life. We had our ups and downs for a few years, but no matter what, our love brought us back together. The last 8 years we have gone on so many adventures. What's that saying? Concerts.
They're easy for us to cross it.
And he was my rock that got me through. We planned our future going to get married. My dream came true in September 2020 when he proposed to me at our spot up by the bridge. He always knew I wanted a fall wedding, and his joke was to make sure it's on a bye week for U of M football games. So I agreed, or he said, we have to have the game on at the reception, laugh out loud. As long as I got to marry the love of my life, I didn't care. I know that he was always there for me when I needed him. If he wasn't with me, he was helping his friends or his family out. John was a family man, and that is one of the reasons I loved him so much. I love him so much. I have gotten so much love and support from his friends and John's
Friends of John's.
Oh, friends of John's, that I only have met a few times or not at all. During this hard time, I am grateful for having got to meet John 11 years ago and fall in love with him and know he loved me and my son. I will miss him every day. I love you, Mr. John. Till we meet again.
And all are welcome, or anyone who is welcome to come up and share at this point. We do ask that you come up front just because the whole place is filled. We got people upstairs and in the side room and everywhere. So just so everyone can see, please come up front so we can hear you and see you. And the first person's always the hardest, so you get a recess if you come.
Very good.
I'm not going to talk very long because I'll probably just break down and cry. I'm having a real hard time today, I'll be honest with you. But John was my best friend. Sorry. He was the best friend I ever had, or I ever will have. 35 years of my life, he was always there for me. I'm gonna miss him every day of my life. I look around and I'm not surprised, but I'm so thankful that there's this many people here. Thank you for loving John enough to be here today. I just want to, he knows because I was with him the day he passed. And I'll thank God every day that I had the opportunity to tell him I love him. I had the opportunity to tell him thank you. And he looked me in the eye and he told me the same thing. I don't know what else I could ask for. So, just thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving him. Thank you for loving his family. And he will be missed.
Good afternoon. Josh, thanks for the recess. I don't mind being second runner-up. My name is Diane, and I've known the Nelligans for over 30 years. I am just super touched that all of you are here today. I know that the family was not expecting as many to show, but your presence here today just verifies for them how much John touched so many people. And my memory with John is when he was 13. Yeah, I am that old. But I was over to the house and I had a Buick Riviera with a V8. And I remember John coming out of the house and he's like, runs over and he goes, "Whose car is this?" I said, "It's mine." "What's in that?" I said, "A V8. Can I drive it?" I said, "No." He says, "Well, Josh and I are going to take it for a spin." I'm like, "No, you're not." So from that day forth, I never left my keys in my car. So, but again, thank you all for being here. And John will dearly be missed by many, including myself.
My dad was a great man. Best father I ever had. Well, can't have any other father, so. Always took me to Michigan games. I don't really know what to say. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
John was my stepdad, as many of you probably know, but he always would be there for other people, and whenever someone needed him, he would give them their shirt off their back, or his shirt off. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But, and yeah, I don't know. And he always was there when you needed someone to talk to, or when you did something wrong, he definitely told you pretty loudly. Whether he was yelling at you or you were watching a movie, you always knew he loved you. So, yeah.
My name is Bill. I went to my first Michigan game with John, and every single Michigan game after, probably 50. It was Darren Kaldikas, myself, and I believe Mike Rowe to our first game ever, in probably 2011. That was my first game. I went with LJ on his first game. There were times where, this is a funny story, I'm at work about 8 p.m. I get the next day off, which is a Saturday. Call John, I'm like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Nothing, probably watching the game. All right, you want to go? Want to go with me? Let's go. We'll go. I don't have any tickets. We'll find tickets. So I'm like, I get out of work at midnight. He's like, be ready at 4 a.m. All right, so 4 a.m. shows up. We go. We get tickets. We go to the game. Of course, my first game, I'm ill prepared. He actually gave me the shirt off of his back because I was freezing cold. Because it's always cold at a game. But it's going to be different when I go to the game this year. A lot different. But I'll have to try and be as loud as him. Because if you've ever been to a Michigan game with him, you could sit in any seat in that stadium, you'll know he's there. I love you, Sarah.
Us boys. We grew up with that boy. We grew up with John a long time. If it wasn't for John and Josh becoming best friends, me and him would have never became best friends. We grew up together. Remember all the times with John, camping, all the good times, going on the Platte, splashing at the sand dunes, all that good stuff. Many times Josh or, Eric or you would tip a canoe or a kayak, Always once or twice in the lake.
There's always one of us.
Yep, always one of us. Luckily never John though, John always knew what he was doing. He was always the smart one, like I told you so. Yeah. Should have listened to me. Yeah, well, we should have. Yeah, well, you're right about that one. And then we got the guys trip.
Oh, yeah.
Took every year. Oh, yeah. Love that. Every time, me and Mike over here would be slaves. Going out the wood. We got our reward, so I was never worried about it. Go on a hike after. Long hike. And then what other stuff did we do up there? Went to the falls and all that with him.
Lake of the Clouds.
The Lake of the Clouds, the highest point in Michigan.
Yeah, the highest point in Michigan was John. One of the only, the only group I've ever been up there with. But I feel like in memory of John, all of us boys need to go up there one more time. I don't know when, but we need to do it one more time. And Matthew and everybody, just do something crazy. Something with the ashes or something crazy up there, Something. It'd be a crazy, crazy adventure. All the times 1v1ing. You and me have to do garden by ourselves. John is spinning and doing some crazy moves, knocking us to the ground. Like we're just fucking bowling pins. Bowling pins in there. You were always getting nagged on by John. Every little thing. Oh yeah. I'd be the one being pushed around, and then this little gentle guy, the chest. Who knows? No, yeah, but John always loved us. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's our man. Made us love Michigan.
That's for sure.
Unlike Celeste that had to betray the family. How dare you? John tried as hard as Celeste. John tried for like 5
I
years
always remember waking
to
up
get
at
her a
3 o'clock
Michigan
in the morning
fan.
for any Michigan game.
John's already up and ready to go. We're waking up tired. Don't know what we're doing.
He's gotta go.
Gotta go, even though it's like 12 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good times. I feel like we gotta go to one more game for John too.
Yeah.
Something crazy for John there. But it has to be a Michigan State or a Michigan versus Ohio State. It has to be one of those. It can't be no basic game. John, you gotta be the state or Ohio. Or both,
Yeah.
And hopefully John makes us win the championship for once. A national championship. Come on, John. Michigan fan up there, We got some more and more Michigan in heaven. So hopefully that'll do us good down here.
Something.
That's some Michigan fan love down here for real. When was the last time we won? 1998? 97? See, exactly. Come on, John. It's about time. Come on now. Yeah. Maybe I'll make that a 2022. Or 2021. Do y'all have anything else to say?
Well, I don't really have much to say because I don't really know what to say, but I always remember, even though we weren't related, I always called him Uncle John when I was younger, and he always made sure I wear yellow and blue. Made sure. And then I also remember one good memory is we tried to catch him on St. Patty's Day because he would wear the tiniest pin of green just so he wouldn't get pinched. I remember me and Alec would always try to catch him slipping if he wasn't wearing green.
No? You'd always
But
get us though.
I couldn't imagine a better person to get you hyped up in any sporting event. He was definitely the biggest Michigan fan I've ever seen.
He taught us the love of the game.
Yeah.
For all the sports. Taught me how to play basketball, taught me how to play even soccer and tennis once. Not really tennis though, but he did.
He tried.
When you were football practicing, there's 2 rackets in the back of your trunk, and there was a tennis ball. You were bored. Yeah. You were over there practicing, working, looking like a bozo. You and your elephant ears that you got from your dad.
Yeah. I don't gotta go that far.
Well,
Okay, Dumbo.
I gotta joke about you all the time, man. And trust me, man. Trust me, LJ. You got them from your dad, so your dad's always with you in your ears. Funny thing is, your dad had bigger ears than you. So in reality, you got lucky. You could have the big ears.
LJ's head is smaller, so they look bigger.
Yeah.
And you got is that your dad's daily hat or lake hat?
Daily.
Oh yeah. Can I snag it?
No.
I tried. That's it for me.
Anyone else? Last call? I know, not that kind of last call. All right, thank you all for sharing today. I hope you know that you're all invited to the Eagles after the service concludes, where I hope you can continue to share memories and eat some food and just have a good time and share some good laughs together. So next up is another song. It's a beautiful duet by Brad Paisley and Dolly Parton. Let's listen to When I Get Where I'm Going. Thank you.
When I get where I'm going, on the far side of the sky. The first thing that I'm gonna do is spread my wings and fly. I'm gonna land beside a lion and run my fingers through his mane. Or I might find out what it's like to ride a drop of rain. Yeah, when I get where I'm going, there'll be only happy tears. I will shed the sins and struggles I have carried all these years, and I'll leave my heart wide open. I will love and have no fear. Yeah, when I get where I'm going, don't cry for me down here. I'm gonna walk with my granddaddy, and he'll match me step for step. And I'll tell him how I've missed him every minute since he left. And then I'll hug his neck. Yeah, when I get where I'm going, there'll be only happy tears. I will shed the sins and struggles I have carried all these years, and I'll leave my heart wide open. I will love and have no fear. Yeah, when I get where I'm going, don't cry for me down here. With so much pain and so much darkness in this world we stumble through, all these questions I can't answer, so much work to do. But when I get where I'm going, and I see my Maker's face, I'll stand forever in the light of His amazing grace. Yeah, when I get where I'm there'll be only happy tears. I will love and have no Yeah, when I get where I'm
Thank you again for coming today, everyone. As we leave this place and continue on, I hope you all will continue to cherish your memories of John, the Michigan man. His legacy now lives on in all of you. Again, the family hopes you can join them in the Eagles. The address is printed in a little memorial folder, and if you need help, feel free to ask one of my team members. We can give you directions over on 14th Street. Before we depart, I think John would be very upset if we didn't play one last song. So at the end of it, we all got to shout, "Go Blue," okay? All right, let's hear it.
steer you wrong, you won't get out alive. 'Cause you can't unlive the pain, you can't rewind to yesterday. You might never find your place in the time that remains. So if tomorrow